everyone, and welcome to our webinar for Unsung, Unexplored, and our Investors Club. We're going to talk about all three of our October initiatives. Investors Club is beginning in October, so that's why we're counting it. So we are your initiatives team. I'm Kayla Holland. I'm here with Christina Campbell. We also have Kat Crawford, who will be joining us in and out on our webinars. So we're so thankful to be here and supporting you as you put our initiatives into your spaces. I wanted to give you a quick reminder about our teacher resources page on the website. So if you go to breakfree-ed.org/teacher resources, that should be your one-stop shop for all things initiatives. Every initiative's page is linked there. The yearly calendar's there. You can even get information on the book club and the Investors Club all on this one page. That's definitely your place to go if you want to access content on the web. So now I'm going to turn it over to Christina to talk about Unsung.
Awesome. Unsung is here. It's one of our most popular initiatives of the year. It's our songwriting competition. And through this initiative, students get to explore global issues that are impacting them. And then they get to harness the power of music to create, produce, and then share out songs about those global issues. We like to think that through this initiative, we amplify the voices of youth justice. And something that we want to highlight about this year is that we actually have a new theme. And I'm going to get to that in a second here. But first, here's our calendar for Unsung this year. You'll see that we have on day one, launch. That's coming up next Monday on the 3rd. And we have an actual launch contest where students are going to be making beats. And we hope that you guys get to launch the initiative with that contest. We actually are taking submissions that are due on the 5th, and we'll have a reminder of that in a couple slides. But please do send us your students' beats to get the Unsung vibes going. And then we have a couple more days of actual lessons. And then you'll see that we have leftover time through the month for actual songwriting. And during that time, students will be able to log into their Soundtrap, in order to make their songs and get those ship-shape to submit to us. And you'll see that on the 21st here of October, we have our submission portal that closes. And then we can't wait to announce our top finalists come the 28th. And then from there, they'll be sent to our final judges and we'll have a big announcement. We have some great judges lined up this year. So hopefully that'll get students excited, and we'll be announcing that in the month of October. So as I was mentioning, we have a new theme for Unsung this year. We're going to be focusing on the UN's Sustainable Development Goals. So there are in total 17 goals, but we've zeroed in on 4 of them that we thought maybe most interesting to our students. And those are no poverty, no hunger, gender equality, and then reduced inequalities. So there's opportunity for your students to kind of explore those goals, learn about them a little bit, and then actually incorporate them into their songs. So I'll just note here that when you do submit student songs, there's going to be a question there where you have to answer which of these goals the song addresses. So we're really excited about using this opportunity for students to think about these goals and what they want to see in their communities and the world more broadly, and input those ideas and goals into their songs. So that's our information about our Unsung Contest. And yes, there's a little reminder there about submitting on the 21st. And then we use Soundtrap. I'm going to let Kayla tell us a little bit about Soundtrap. She's far more techie than I am. So take it away, Kayla.
Yes, I just wanted to make sure you knew we use Soundtrap. So when you sign up for Unsung, you're going to get access to Soundtrap accounts for your students for the month of October. And if you're interested, if you just really love Soundtrap and you're interested in using them all year long, please reach out to us and we can connect you with our partners at Soundtrap for like a discounted code and like things like that. So if you're interested in using that for the full year, please let us know. And also, if you do use Soundtrap for the full year, or you just want to play around with it outside of Unsung in the month of October, I'm going to put a link in our chat. Soundtrap has a lot of lessons already built for you in lots of different subject areas around music, literacy, computer science, math, all connecting Soundtrap itself. So how can you use Soundtrap in the creation of music in these other core subject areas? So that's all there for you. They have lesson plans and resources for more subjects than just what's shown here in this picture on the screen. So definitely check that out during the month of October, in addition to Unsung, if you want to kind of put Soundtrap into different main core subject areas. And again, reach out to us if you're interested in a quote for using Soundtrap. For the full year, we'd be happy to connect you to our partners there. So now I'm going to move on to Unexplored, because we have 2 initiatives running in 1 month for the first time ever, I believe, at Break Free. So Unexplored is one of our new math initiatives, and through Unexplored, students are going to delve into the math behind NASA and space travel. So students are going to explore concepts of slope and y-intercept. They're going to talk about linear equations, and then they're going to investigate the risk of bone density loss and oxygen limitations for astronauts. And this whole initiative is going to culminate with students designing key elements to a successful spacesuit. So I, for one, think that sounds so interesting. That gets my nerd brain just kind of, working like crazy there. So this is, again, our October calendar. So we have 4 days of lessons for you, starting with bone density, exercising in space, suit yourself, and then that 4th day, designing your spacesuit. And then we have several design days. So you know that we always encourage you to adapt and modify the calendar to fit what you need. So we build in design days in case your day 3 needs to take more than 1 day, or something comes up and you need to extend the lessons. You have until October 28th to submit your final student designs for those space suits. So the portal opens on the 17th, closes on the 28th for Unexplored. So I wanted to make sure you understood a little bit about the contest itself. So we're expecting some type of cardboard built spacesuit. So there could be a helmet, boots, gloves, a hard outer torso, a display module. This can all be done with materials that you have allowed in your space, mainly cardboard and paper and things like that. Students can be really, really creative with what that looks like. It can be big, it can be small. If you really want to challenge, it could be life size. That's totally up to you. But you'll submit pictures of whatever you're designing to the portal by October 28th. And inside of our student lessons, there's a video to watch with other student created spacesuits, and then of course a couple of pictures to help you as well. So it's kind of what we're expecting for Unexplored. So remember, for October, there's 2 different initiatives running. So our Unsung launch contest is going to be due October 5th, because that's just the very beginning of Unsung. Unsung submissions themselves are due in the Unsung portal October 21st, and then Unexplored submissions are due October 28th. So if you're doing both at your facility, there are separate due dates for them. So that's just a quick reminder on the calendars and the submission dates of both of our initiatives. And I'll turn it back over to Christina now to wrap us up with the Investors Club.
Awesome. Yes. So our Investors Club is a year-long event. It runs October through April. And so we're launching it in October. And we started this last year, had some good learning from it, and we're launching it to be better and bigger this year. So I hope it's interesting to you guys. Our Investors Club really encourages students to kind of take an interest in financial literacy and also financial planning. So participating schools actually get accounts through the Stock Market Game, which is a separate organization that we've partnered with. And it actually functions like students get to create their portfolio. They get to buy stocks with, make-believe money, and really kind of see how their portfolio grows or shrinks throughout the year. And we work in teams, so you could have an Investors Club, and that's okay if your students, come and go, or you cycle through students throughout the year. It can be your class team that competes against different classes across the country. So we have a couple lessons, 5, to help students kind of get oriented in the stock market and kind of learn everything they need to know before they start making investments. And it's just a really, really fun opportunity it's a great event. And how do we keep you and your students engaged throughout the school year? We have monthly challenges. So every month we have some type of challenge, and we have prizes associated with that. Our prizes are going to be around Kiva. And if you haven't heard about Kiva, it's a micro lending nonprofit. So a winning class is going to get a certain amount of money in order to make a true real life investment of actual dollars in a startup or a community organization that's trying to do good within their community. So it's a pretty neat and unique prize that we have associated with our Investors Club challenges. And so some examples of those monthly challenges might be in February, we have a Super Bowl commercial challenge where kids actually get to look at what commercials are being aired during the Super Bowl and see whether or not it helps that company's stock. We have some cool challenges around meme stocks. Maybe you've heard of GameStop or Hertz car rental in the news in the past couple of years. Those are meme stocks. And then we have a pretty interesting challenge around inequalities in investing in our country. So I hope that's of interest to you. We have a lot more information around Investors Club, obviously, on our website. And I hope if you're interested, you will sign up. And, we're here to answer any questions too, which is what I wanted to say in our next slide, which is that if you have questions about our initiatives, you can always reach out to us at initiatives@breakfreeed.org. We man that email and are there to support you if any issues come up. And that's what we want to do. So anyways, thanks for joining us for this webinar on our October launching initiatives. And we can't wait to see your students' work and submissions to our contest. Thanks.
All right. See you next time.